basically whatever I say goes at the end of the day. Because even my dad, asks me to make decisions and shit.
Yeah.
So
that's cool as shit.
So yeah, I mean, I am. I don't do the hiring and the firing though. So
yeah, not yet at least.
No. Oh, whoops, wrong person. I meant to give that to Leo. I gave you party lead bad on accident.
No, it's fine.
My bad.
I am more than capable of
clicking the button. Yeah.
Oh.
Give me just a second.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Watch Bad is going to put us in normal.
I'm about to put us in, I don't know. Change to your blue mages, everybody. We gotta get ready.
We gotta get ready.
Shit, I need to change jobs too. Hold on.
Oh my god.
I've been practicing my mom. Sorry.
Yeah, I wonder if I should do another tank.
I've been debating what tank I want to play in the next expansion. Hard decision. I mean, really, realistically, it'd probably be Dark Knight or Gunbreaker, but Warrior is right there up on the list as well for me. I guess it'll really depend on.
We're ready. Oh, okay. You saw. Sorry.
What everybody gets in the next expansion.
Yeah.
That's going to depend on what they do with all the classes.
Yeah, if Dragoon gets a Wyvern pet, then see a tanking.
I could theoretically go back caster if they actually moved Summoner back to something I actually like to play, but I don't have any faith in it.
They're going to actually make it to where you merge with the summon.
Yeah, that's what
I just really don't like how rigid the rotation is anymore. I really like Windstorm Blood, but
that was one thing that they could do to fix some of the problems.
They're gonna give Monk 2 extra arms.
They should give Monk arms like this boss has arms.
Yeah.
Or like
some shit like
and then you can like manually control each arm and like what ability.
Did you say Hunter x Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the spoilers.
Yeah.
Did you finish Hunter x Hunter yet, Zeron?
Yeah, I finished Hunter.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! God, that fight was badass.
Yeah, it was. That show was good. At the end.
If only he was in his prime.
If only they would have kept making it.
Yeah, I know.
Like I felt like that was my one problem with it. Is like there needed to be more. Like because I didn't feel good with the ending, to be honest. I mean, like they left. It was a good ending. There wasn't like a big cliffhanger or anything. But
I mean, he's still like doing the manga. The manga's kind of further on past it, but
I just want
Divine Veil
to over. I don't know if I'm going to care about it in 20 years, you know?
Yeah, when he actually
At
finishes.
this rate.
Yeah, that was a weird spot there.
Joined as one, never to be parted, unbound by past or future in this single perfect moment.
AOE. Imperial Arrow.
What we got?
Junction Titan.
Titan.
Song.
North south.
Imperial Arrow. Right. To check.
Chill here.
Refresh dots.
Oh, I moved too fast.
Outside.
Imperial Arrow.
Different woman.
There they go.
Stay put.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, did it double up on you? Ooh.
Yeah, double up everyone.
Song. Imperial Arrow.
Oh, third eye's down.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck. I was gonna third eye it.
Sidewinder. Fresh dots.
It wasn't up.
Raging Strikes.
Tight thing up here.
Barrage. Divine Veil up.
Joined as one, never to be parted. Unbound by past or future in this single program.
AoE. Imperial Arrow. Juction Shiva. Song.
Shiva.
Imperial Arrow. Right. To check. Refresh dots. Imperial Arrow.
There's sheep. I don't remember. Shiva.
Song. Imperial Arrow. Refresh dots. Battle Sidewinder. AoE. Raging Strikes. Imperial Arrow.
Start stacking mid.
Orange. Juction Shiva. Imperial Arrow. Refresh dots. AoE. Divine Veil up. Imperial Arrow. Song. Refresh dots. Imperial Arrow. Knockback. Sidewinder.
Oh! Why not?
Why would
Off
not
that
break?
Imperial Arrow. Song. AoE.
So yeah, mine was like right under the boss and it
Refresh
refused to
dots.
break.
It probably was Xeron's then. I don't know. The Seaship was
Yeah, I don't know. Is there no like
Raging
strat to
Strikes.
this? Is it just
For Shiva, so there is a toolbox that I can send.
Barrage.
I don't.
I mean, realistically,
But that's
We
pretty
should
much
have
what we've been doing,
Battle
except
voice.
like the last thing for like spreading.
yeah?
But I don't.
Well, the way we are supposed to be doing it with the ranged out and the melee's gap closing in, it's supposed to be like right the way
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah,
So
I was able.
as long
I
as
was able to get
everything
mine
is
out,
right,
but I just didn't have enough health.
I moved wrong, so and my knockback didn't go off.
Mine did. It just, like I said, it was just too far.
So I just
Or
fucked
I
up.
just didn't have enough health. I'll hit bloodbath during that or something.
Troubadour.
This has like everyone's not even on the boss. You're like getting on it back. Everyone's just off the boss at the edges. Which is
Yeah, so I
safe,
think what
but-
we've been doing in the like the beginning sequence is okay. It's just
Yeah.
the last
length.
step of like the knockback and the baiting for the crystal.
Mhm.
Second Wind.
so they they purposely get knocked back.
It seems that way.
Yeah. They get knocked back into a safe spot. Let me see.
No, I'm hitting my knockback prevention and still getting to a safe spot, but
No, I think they're getting. No, are you're already tethered at that safe spot.
yeah, you get tethered as soon as the icicles drop.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. We just gotta work on it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Might just be someone was dead. I wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I got knocked off, so.
Yeah, I think if someone's dead, then we just kind of wipe.
Divine Veil
Yeah,
up.
because then, yeah, one will explode or people will get double tethered or some shit.
Joined as one, never to be parted. Unbound by path open, treading with single combat mode.
AoE. Imperial Arrow. Junction Shiva.
Shiva.
Imperial Arrow. Left. To check. Refresh dots. Imperial Arrow. Song. Imperial Arrow. Refresh Sidewinder. AoE. Raging Strikes. Imperial Arrow. Orange. Junction Shiva.
Mid.
Imperial Arrow. Refresh dots. AoE. Imperial Arrow. Song. Imperial Arrow. Refresh dots. Knockback. Sidewinder.
I'm gonna go flying. JK, we just all died.
Imperial Arrow.
I didn't manually press horoscope. That was.
Refresh dots.
I was like, I must be forgetting something.
Raging Strikes.
That feeling.
Orange.
Maybe you should save passage for Earthen Fury. I bet the save stuff.
Sure.
We got a
Battle
lot of
Voice.
mitigation on Diamond Dust now.
Never to be parted. Unbound by path open, treading with single
Which means I can use it earlier.
AoE. Imperial Arrow.
Hold out.
It's shorter than you would think. But I don't know. It feels
Junction
like it's
Titan.
shorter than
Titan.
Song.
I would think. North-south route.
Imperial Arrow. Right. To check.
Hey.
Troubadour.
Yes.
Refresh dots.
I'm moving.
Imperial Arrow.
They're together.
Move in a little bit.
Song. Imperial Arrow. Arm's length. Refresh Sidewinder. AoE. Raging Strikes. Imperial Arrow. Orange. Junction Shiva. Imperial Arrow. Refresh Dots. AoE. Divine Veil up. Imperial Arrow.
Fuck.
Oh, I'm gonna make it. No! Oh, I was just a little bit away. I was gonna get hit or zoom off the edge. I'd cry.
Refresh
I just want
Dots.
to practice this real quick.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Not Imperial Arrow.
God, that sucks.
Yeah, and that's like the only downside, right?
Yeah.
We can either get uptime earlier or later,
Yeah.
depending on how we want to do the strat. But there's a little bit of loss. But I mean, honestly, all you had to do was hit and step out and come back in.
Yeah.
Raging Strikes.
I just have to
Passage.
know when it goes off, I guess.
Passage is 2 minutes.
Orange. Divine Veil up.
Well, unfortunately, you can't precast that because you gotta stand still. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you use more stuff here at the beginning.
Battle
I can use it
Voice.
for something. At least my group.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
AoE. Imperial Arrow. Junction Titan. Song. Imperial Arrow. Right. To check. Troubadour. Refresh Dots.
I'll move it.
Imperial Arrow.
Bullshit, I can damage down.
Song.
You have to step out a second.
Imperial
Yeah,
Arrow.
I'm just too slow.
You don't have to step out. That's good.
Refresh Dots.
You literally just have to be literally as max as you possibly
Sidewinder.
can. I stepped out
AoE.
to, and then scooped
Raging
back
Strikes.
in. It's like it didn't just stay.
Imperial Arrow.
Yeah, I just step out for safety in between
It-
CCDs.
Yeah, the timing of my GCD lets me step out. I was just too late.
Go mid.
Orange. Junction Shiva.
Also, you can wiggle around
Imperial Arrow.
positionals through the
AoE.
diamond dust animation until the end.
Storm Bite. Song. Imperial Arrow.
Oh fuck.
I think you're in the wrong
I
group.
know I was.
Was I in the wrong group?
No.
Knockback.
Wait,
Fresh Dots.
Yes, me and you were in the wrong group.
Yeah, y'all switch places.
Sidewinder.
I'm about to die. Two of them. Two of them.
Song.
I managed to find the sweet spot where both of them weren't going to kill me.
I had a watch there. I was like, I hope I know where my party's going.
Raging Strikes. Divine Veil up. Orange.
Joined as one, never to be parted. Unbound by past or future.
Battle Voice.
Private mode.
AoE. Imperial Arrow. Junction Shiva. Song.
Shiva.
Imperial Arrow, right? To check. Refresh dots. Troubadour. Imperial Arrow.
Oh shit.
Did she yell mush?
Song. Imperial Arrow.
So you're telling us to mush like a dog?
No, I said Osh.
Oh, I thought you said mush.
He was saying he
Sideline
was going to
fresh
be a
dots.
mushed potato.
AoE. Raging Strikes. Imperial Arrow. Orange. Junction Shiva. Imperial Arrow. Refresh dots. Imperial Arrow. Song. Imperial Arrow. Refresh dots. Knockback, Sidewinder.
Not back.
Imperial Arrow.
I just don't have enough health. I
Yeah,
just don't
we're
have
just
enough
not
health.
Song.
Yeah, we need,
We
because
were
there's
all,
actually
everybody
time.
was,
AoE.
everybody was solid. We just
So
didn't
we
have
need
any
to.
health.
So it looks like we need to sort of
Imperial
everyone needs
Arrow.
to
group
go
up
into
for
this
heal.
better.
Yeah, we have
Refresh
to group up
dots.
for
We
heal
have to before we move out.
before we
There's
move out. Yep.
There's
Raging
no way we
Strikes.
can't, right?
There's time for it too.
Junction Titan.
I think we've got like 5
So
seconds.
yeah, so after the safe spot, the first safe spot disappears.
Orange.
We can run in for heals, get
Do
healed,
heals.
and then run out.
The knockback is what's hurting us like fuck. And then
Battle
we get
voice.
hit by the cleave.
The icicle. The icicle
So,
did,
so
it
maybe
did 109k to me.
Yeah, exactly. 113 to me.
Sidewinder.
So
I was on the wrong one.
Yeah, you're on.
You were in the
What
right
we
position, wrong side.
could do is whenever we hit during the knockback, we could like right after the knockback, everybody's using their knockback prevention, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well we can just kind of stand in the middle for a second and get healed
Troubadour.
up after the knockback and then move out and safe. What do you guys think? I mean,
Yeah,
it looks
just
like we
once-
have a
just-
little bit of time to do that.
Yeah, we're in the second safe spot, and then once everything, all those markers go away, we run to the middle, and then, yeah, you're right. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Because it's the knockback is fucking us up, and then we take the icicle after. So
Yep.
if we can get healed up after the
Armine
knockback,
veil up.
then we should be fine. But yeah, no, that
Second
shit
win.
hurts.
Joined as one, never to be parted. Unbound by past or future in this single perfect moment.
AoE. Imperial Arrow. Junction Shiva. Song. Imperial Arrow. Left. To check. Refresh dots. Imperial Arrow.
Shiva after.
No, Nick, no.
Oh, Joel, you almost ran right into me.
I was
Song.
trying not to run to my spot. but
Imperial Arrow. Refresh Sidewinder. AoE. Raging Strikes. Imperial Arrow. Orange. Junction Chiba. Imperial Arrow. Refresh Dots. Imperial Arrow. Divine Veil Up, Song. Imperial Arrow. Refresh Dots.
I don't know.
I think I got hit by yours.
Knockback Sidewinder.
Alright, come into the center.
Middle.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Imperial Arrow.
Yeah,
It's
gonna
gotta
be
be
tight.
like
Song.
Swift Cast Deal.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna
AoE.
be tight, but we should be able to do it. It's like before you go to the
Refresh
second
dots.
spot, just go in the middle, and then move.
Raging Strikes.
Dodge. You know, as soon as you're using your knockback and you're dodging out, just
Orange.
run to the middle instead of dodging to the sides or anything. You should be able
Yeah.
to just go to the middle.
Well, I don't know if we're moving in light parties, are we? Or we're just moving to get away.
I'm just
Battle
waiting for
Voice.
the Shiva stacks.
For the Shiva stacks, it's supposed to. Yeah, we're supposed to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
traveling with our light parties. So south group is south and west. North group is north and east.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just feel like I get different DPS with me every time. That time it was me and Neko.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be me, Jewel, Leo, and Neko.
Okay, so
But
'cause I have
think
Choco
people are
targeted, so I'm just
getting
following.
turned
So I'm just
around
making sure I know where
and
Choco is, and I'm following
confused a little
Choco.
bit.
Okay.
But yes, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Divine Veil Up.
Okay.
Yeah, I waited Jewel to move before I moved, so.
That's fine. I was just making sure. I just
Oh,
noticed.
for the,
I just
for the
been noticing
flag.
that.
Yeah, me and you should never be in the same.
It worked
AoE.
out that time. It was still melee range, but
I'm gonna try and save silent junction.
Imperial Arrow. Arm's Length. Junction Chiba. Song. Imperial Arrow. Right. To check. Refresh dots. Imperial Arrow.
Shiva after.
Song. Imperial Arrow. Refresh dots Sidewinder. AoE. Raging Strikes. Imperial Arrow. Orange. Junction Chiba. Imperial Arrow.
Should I Divine Veil
Refresh
you
dots.
To the hit.
or after? For the hit or after, I wonder.
Imperial
Arrow.
Veil Up Song. Imperial Arrow. Refresh dots.
Remember, go to the middle.
Knockback. Sidewinder.
And we'll dodge in. Get heals. Dodge out.
Oh shit.
I don't think I was far enough.
No.
I got hit by
There's
Song.
dead people
Imperial
too, I
Arrow.
think.
Yeah.
AoE.
Jill
Yeah.
killed me.
One of those, if
I'm
any of those
trying-
explode, it gives us physical damage before we're supposed to get it from the
Refresh dots.
initial hit. And
I'm-
if you're in line with
Raging
anyone else,
strikes.
the direct hit is going to hit you. So you're going to get hit by 2 physicals, not just 1. Keep that
I'm
in mind.
gonna try to time
Orange.
the earthly star for when
To
we
where we
go
go
into the
in.
middle. Yeah,
Cool.
because I feel like I keep popping it too early and no one is in the
Battle
middle.
voice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure when you're running, you're trying to get away or whatever, to
Sidewinder.
don't put your tether on somebody.
Yeah. Just try to be careful.
Divine Veil
I'm
up.
wondering, since it is physical damage, if we could feint it.
I
I
can
don't know if it
try.
counts as the icicle's damage or the boss's damage.
We can try to put a feint on it somewhere in there.
It is physical, vulnerability on the defense.
AoE.
Yeah.
That thanks, guys. That whoever posted has it tells you what you can make. Battle.
Imperial Arrow.
One good thing about that second guy is
Troubadour. Junction Titan. Song. Imperial Arrow. Right. To check. Refresh dots. Second wind. Arm's length. Imperial
Yeah,
Arrow.
Close. Stay together. Or
together.
I like that combo.
Song.
Easy.
Imperial Arrow. Refresh dots. Sidewinder. AoE. Raging Strikes. Imperial Arrow. Junction Cheetah. Orange. Imperial Refresh dots. AoE. Song. Imperial Arrow.
Oh no.
Storm Troubadour. Knockback. Caustic Bite. Sidewinder.
Nope.
Yeah, it's the knockback.
Song.
Fuck it. We would be fine if that knockback didn't hurt us before the icicles. But it's that knockback that's
AoE.
fucking taking us all down past half health, and then the icicles happening and killing us.
Do you guys think it would be easier for you
Storm Bite.
to just like heal light parties? I'm wondering if
Raging
like, instead of us
Strikes.
all trying to run to the middle, if we all just stay with our
Our
healer we're already
group.
grouped with, and you guys just throw out a heal as we're taking the damage and run, and then we all just run away.
I want to
Orange.
see too if the knockback damage. I don't know if anyone tested if it's proximity based or not,
Battle Voice.
I haven't been testing it.
because it could be fucking us over that we are running to the middle
Good check.
too. So I'm gonna try to arm's length it at the edge and see if I still take fucking 100,000 damage from it.
Took 100,000.
Well, like 80, 90,000 most of the time.
God damn.
I think. Yeah, it hurts. And then the icicles hit for like just as much coming right after.
Divine Veil up.
And Yeah, I don't know. Whatever works for our group, but I've got
AoE.
you can push that.
Huh?
Diamond Dust.
Imperial Arrow.
Passage to Diamond Dust. I can try to use Heart of Light somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I think we're okay for the
Junction
diamond
Shiva.
dust at this point.
Song.
It hits hard, but I have
He
a
just
pretty
means so he
decent-
doesn't use Heart of
Imperial
Light.
Arrow.
Oh, okay.
on the
Right.
Diamond Dust.
Arm's
Shiva.
length.
It was
This is
Shiva.
Shiva.
Refresh dots. Imperial Arrow.
Ruderanda. Shiva.
Imperial Arrow.
Oh. Still on there.
Sidewinder. Refresh dots.
How the fuck did you get hit?
It's
Aggro
the
phase.
affinity.
Raging
Targeted
strikes.
me before.
Imperial
Leo
Arrow.
Provoke, I guess.
No fucking way.
Dude.
Base.
Yeah, dude.
My
It did.
Provoke
Orange.
my Provoke's got 4,
Junction
3,
Shiva.
2, 1.
I don't know.
I used to.
That's so weird.
Imperial Arrow.
He still had MD.
It
I don't know.
targeted me
Refresh
before.
dots.
Yeah, I was number 2. I know that. I was number 2, and I got.
Team decided you were number 2.
Song.
Yeah, no, I was. I looked at the aggro bar, and
Imperial
I got
Arrow.
hit by it.
If we're gonna let me use passage, we all need to make sure we move up.
Jesus, Jacuzzi.
I can use
Imperial Arrow. Sidewinder.
I can't reach Jacuzzi.
I'm trying the edge thing. Yeah, I still take 87,000, so.
Yeah, it's not
So it's proximity.
No.
No.
Song.
Did I
No,
not
it's not
die?
proximity.
I got hit by
AoE.
40K.
Tank Roach.
I don't know about that. Not that
Refresh
much.
dots.
Well, you know all about that.
Raging
Tank Roach is
strikes.
fake.
Were
Okay,
we
so-
spread correctly? Did we? Because we all died at the icicle.
Orange.
We didn't we're okay at the at everything else. So if it's not an HP problem, then it would be like we're getting hit twice.
Battle voice.
Yeah. I don't know.
Is
I
anyone
took-
recording? I don't know.
Oh, I am. I can clip it, I guess.
I got hit for 42.9.
We did get
Or no,
Fizz
I'm not.
vulnerability. We did get Fizz vulnerability up, so something exploded.
I mean, it might have just been me being dead from the knockback AoE and then the icicles going off, right?
Yeah.
Jewel took 4 million damage.
Oh gosh.
Just heal.
That's not right.
Oh,
Yeah. No, 378,000. Where'd you see
I-
4 million?
no! Just posted it. It was in the combat.
Holy shit.
What did I do to Eden to make her so angry?
The ice pillar shattered and you
Yeah.
took
Doc.
4 million.
Oh
so you
my
took
God.
You are the
2.3
doc
million.
here.
No.
We have voted
But then you took even more damage after that.
Wait,
Then
how
you
much
took
did I?
378,000.
This is actually.
Arm's length.
Oh, the boss
Just
really just
laying
wanted to absolutely
Yeah,
arms
delete
length.
me. The boss
Just
just
laying
wanted to absolutely
Yeah,
arms
delete
length.
I'm
me. The boss
using
just
386. Leo took
I have a
51,000. That took 82,000.
Wait, hold on a second. It's Ice Pillar, right? For me, I only took 33. Am I reading this wrong?
Yeah, it looks like
Why is every...
those who died from an ice explosion were Leo and Jewel. The shatter, right?
So if it's an explosion, that means someone died before the icicle
yeah.
went off.
Look, the Jacuzzi died.
Yeah, I was dead from the knockback thing because I was trying to see if I could do at the far edge if it was proximity based, and it's not.
Clips.
I have a question for groups, like where groups are going for, like when the floor turns ice and all that stuff. So like say the safe zones are at A and 3. Since I'm in the north and east group, would I go to the A one because it's the north one?
Yeah. I'm only going west when it's directly west. Any other time I'm going south.
Directly east.
Yeah. So
Wait,
you guys
I
would
think
only
Jewel and I have been doing like north and west and southeast.
Yeah,
Is
because
that
it's
my impression?
it's like
Yes.
Dad was saying, like I
Yeah.
feel like I'm with different groups a lot of times.
Yeah. I thought
That
it was
time
south
we all
and,
had.
south and west were together, right? So if it's not south, if it's like directly west and east, I'm going west.
And
Right.
and that's because you're like swapping Leo's tanking there.
Correct.
So our group is Choco, me, and Dad, and we take the north ones or the east ones. Because
Yeah, you guys, Choco, you and Dad would be with Leo, right? At that point.
That might have been my fault because I know I've slid north a couple times instead of sliding south.
It's fine.
The
Like,
way
I'm
I
not-
was looking at it, Jacuzzi, is as say you're the north group, right? So you're gonna be going from northwest, so A to east.
Right.
That's where you cover, and we cover the other side. So we
Right.
go from west to southeast. So 3 would be us.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure because it has been different groups a lot of times, and it's been working out for the most part most of the times. But I just
Yeah,
don't want it to be like where me and Neko go to the same
But yeah,
spot
that's the
'cause
way.
I'm fucking it up, and then
That's the
you
way
know.
it goes. Yeah, no, that's the way it goes. North group is between northwest and east, and south group is southeast to west.
And I honestly forgot that Bat and Leo were like swapping groups at that point. So I'm like, where the
Okay.
fuck am I
Yeah,
going?
dude.
Mine provokes got
I'm going the wrong way.
Decided you were
Look at that.
Fucking
We're
wrong
gonna
way.
let me.
okay.
Yeah, dude.
Never to be parted. Unbound by past or future in a single perfect moment.
AOE.
Alright, I guess then, Jewel, we just have to pay attention to where we're going. Because apparently we've been going the wrong way every time.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Imperial Arrow.
Make sure I'm south instead of north.
I
Junction
think it's,
Titan.
as long as both of you guys are going the wrong way, then you know it works out.
Right.
North south.
To check song.
Hey.
I know I've never gone on to the east side of the map, so I think I've been
Imperial
going
Arrow.
west or north.
Refresh dots.
Ifrit and Ramu. Right now.
Imperial Arrow.
It's okay, there's no deep damage going out for a bit.
Yep, just make sure you stay in
Song.
the star.
Imperial Arrow. AOE. Sidewinder. Raging Strikes. Imperial Arrow. Junction Chiba. Orange. AOE. Fresh dots. Imperial Arrow.
Oh, my fucking used it. Oh.
Song. Imperial Arrow. Knockback. Storm Bite. Imperial Caustic Bite.
Oh no! I was a second too slow.
Sidewinder.
Sorry.
AoE.
All right, so I do have time
Song.
to bounce in and out in between the AoEs going off, so I will do that.
Yeah, I actually use Heart of Life or Die with Dust again because I'm just used to using it there. But
Raging
it
Strikes.
looks like if everybody, runs in like we're talking about, I should be able to pop Heart of Life. Maybe that'll help. I mean, it should help.
Divine Veil up. Barrage.
Joined out one,
Battle Voice.
never to be parted. Unbound by past or future in a single perfect mode.
AoE. Imperial Arrow. Junction Titan. Song.
Titan.
Imperial Arrow. Right. To check. Refresh dots.
I'm going to read it.
Imperial Arrow.
Move to you guys. Or not.
Imperial Arrow. Song. Arm's length. Refresh dots. Sidewinder. AoE. Raging Strikes. Imperial Arrow.
Stack mid.
Junction Shiva. Orange. Imperial Arrow. AoE. Refresh dots.
I don't have full scope.
Damn it, I did it again.
Imperial Arrow. Song.
I'm gonna move.
Imperial Arrow.
Yep.
Should have just paid back. I just didn't have it.
Refresh dots. Troubadour. Knockback. Sidewinder. Imperial Arrow.
104k.
How much damage? How much damage this time?
Song.
Oh, whoops.
Refresh dots.
I have a question. Does the ice pillar, when
Raging Strikes.
where they are standing, do they do like an AoE damage, or is it just a line?
Only if the tethered person dies, they do a damage around them.
Orange.
And you don't want to be like in their line of sight or between them and the person.
Battle Voice.
But I think
Porque
if
me
you're like right next
dijiste
to it, you
cuando te fui
probably
a
don't get hit.
preguntar de lo de las cosas de mañana.
Yeah, I'm not
Yo-
sure.
ya
Like if
empezó
even
la
if you're
raid.
like behind it, because it feels like sometimes
Pues no,
I get
ajá,
exploded
no,
by
me
them when I'm
corriste,
behind
no te
them.
hagas.
Yeah, it's definitely possible
But-
you still get hit by if it doesn't explode because it's the game. That's how it
Yo,
is.
pues sí, porque
Yeah.
me dijiste que me viniera.
I don't know if it's because the tethered target is dead, or because like you just can't stand behind them either. Like I don't know what it is.
I think if it explodes, then that's probably the person it was supposed to be tethered to.
If
dies
the
or
person
is
dead,
dead.
it explodes. So we're all dead.
Yeah.
technically. We cannot.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says use feint on Formless Judgment and addle on instances of heavy raid-wide damage such as Diamond Fury, Earthen Fury, or Obliterate. But, to be honest, we have the Earthen Furies, Diamond Obliterate covered. So actually, Jacuzzi, I think it would be a little bit easier for you to addle the boss than me to try to hit everybody with my Heart Alive as everybody's running in at the last second. So let's try an addle for
Arm's length.
the knockback.
for the
and
knockback
see-
on it.
Yeah, see if that'll help. And if it doesn't, I'll go back to trying to hard align everybody.
Can you, what the fuck? Reprisal it?
It doesn't say, but I don't know why it wouldn't work.
I'm just thinking your reprisal was probably up by then, right?
No, because I just used
Oh, that's
it
right.
on-
We'll see. If mine's up, I'll try to use it.
If you use it there, then you probably won't have it for Obliterate. We have to check the timestamp.
Divine Veil up.
Joined as one, never to be parted. Unbound by past or future in this single perfect moment.
AoE. Imperial Arrow.
Michael Park.
Junction Titan. Song. Imperial Arrow. Right. To check. Refresh dots.
Bias and Ramu.
Imperial Arrow. Song.
¿Los de las telas?
Imperial Arrow.
¿Para el tamaño?
Refresh dots. Sidewinder.
Ah, este está otro.
AoE.
No sé si-
Raging Strikes.
Oh,
Imperial Arrow. Forage. Junction Cheetah. Refresh Imperial Arrow. AoE. Song. Imperial Arrow.
I'm going to A. Oh no. Never mind.
Goodbye, cool world.
Refresh dots.
Okay, the reason we're fucking this up, to be honest, I started to say something, but then I had to figure, whenever we're going to be learning this fight. I think the
Knockback.
reason
Imperial
we're
Arrow. Sidewinder.
in the guide is that they do the way we're doing it. We're doing it the way we normally handle all the mechanics, which is north group is north and east, south group is south and west. But in the video, they just do it easy. Right?
Song.
Like one group takes one side, one group takes the other side. And I think that's why. But
What do you mean? What's the difference between that and what we're doing?
Raging Strikes.
right, like you would always be on the left side, regardless if it's north or south, and this side would always
Orange.
be this side, regardless if it was north or south.
Yeah, but what happens
I
when
don't
it's...
I guess it depends on how you cut the
circle.
platform in half.
Battle Voice.
Right now, if you're saying that like our group is going north and east for the Shiva bait, then like it's just a very weird cut. Like you're cutting it into a diagonal.
Yeah, I guess.
It doesn't matter, right? I'm not saying it matters. That's not why I brought it up. The only reason I brought it up is because obviously that's why people are fucked up. And we just need to get on it. Like, there's no real reason to be messing it up. It's one way or the other, but we're still doing the same thing.
What I did to...
think-
Or what I do to
Oh,
help
go
me is I just face south, right? I face my camera south, and if it's directly on my right, I go to the right. But if it's not, then I'll go to the direction I need to go.
Yeah.
And if I had to go north, I would do the same thing. I would face north,
That's what
go
I
the
do,
direction I
too.
need to go, and then go
That's
right
what
if
I
I need
did.
to.
Same.
I don't know.
I'm fine with doing it this way because this is how we've done all the other stuff. I'm just,
Yeah, it just seems like any other way would be like the same as what we're doing now, because we can't. Regardless, it's going to be if we're splitting and going just north, depending on side or whatever you were saying, we still have the north and south to deal with. Be like, oh well, which side is going to get the south? Which
well,
side?
north,
Well, north would be north and
takes
south would be
north and
south.
south is south. Yeah.
Yeah. I see what you're saying, Leo. So instead, it would be, it's basically the same damn thing, except the south side would be A to south, and the north side would be 3 to A. Or 3 to 1, yeah. 3 to north. My bad.
I mean,
Yeah,
I guess for that one,
It's the same. It's
important
like
part is
literally
me and
the
Jewel are
same
not in the
thing.
same side.
Right.
So-
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
I think that's the first time you and I messed it up, is after we talked
Same.
about it.
Do you just want to do it the way that we've been doing, like the wrong part, just so that we don't have to reroute our brains?
Yeah, as long as you guys are separated, it's whatever.
That's why I brought it up, because it doesn't really matter as long
Divine
as we don't
Veil up.
have them going the same way.
Yeah, the only people it matters for is the healers, and then also me and Echo, because the melees are gap closing.
Yep.
AoE. Imperial Arrow. Junction Titan, Song. Imperial Arrow. To check.
Hey,
Refresh dots.
stay at A.
Imperial Arrow.
No, I use Benediction.
Song. Imperial Arrow. Refresh dots. Sidewinder. AoE. Raging Strikes. Imperial Arrow. Orange. Junction Shivan. Refresh Imperial dots. Arrow. AoE. Song. Imperial Arrow.
What the fuck happened there?
I went the wrong way.
Oh,
Well, you're not the only
Refresh
one. Bad.
dots.
You're north. You were north, right? Or am I fucking high?
Not
You
bad.
were, yeah. You're
Imperial
high,
Sidewinder.
You're
No,
you were main
you were-
thinking,
You're
right?
north. You're north. With me.
No, we switched groups.
What?
Yeah, south. No, remember I'm south. I'm south and west.
Troubadour.
No.
He's been doing south the whole
mommy and daddy are fighting.
Remember I'm south and
When
west.
did we swap?
Whenever we swap tanks.
Raging Strikes.
Oh my god, dude.
The whole time.
We've
Orange.
been doing that the whole time.
Yeah.
You just
I
now
went
came
to
over there.
A, right? A
No,
is
you went-
north.
You went to west.
Yeah, it was east-west that time.
Really? Okay.
Battle
Oh, it was
Voice.
A3.
No, it was East
Okay.
West.
It was
Usually
east-west.
east-west.
It was
It
hard
was
east-west.
east-west.
It was
Okay, I'm not the only one that saw it. Then I had someone coming in here and distracting me.
Oh,
I
good.
saw the
Everybody but our
east-west, and I'm
tank.
like, we're gonna fuck this up 100%.
We had everyone but our friends.
After how much we've been talking about it, we're going down.
Now, well, that's the first time we fucked up, so I was like, really?
Yeah.
Divine Veil up.
Like, now everybody's fucking it up? But I was totally distracted.
Joined as one, never to be parted. Unbound by past or future
AoE. Imperial Arrow. Junction Shiva.
Shiva.
Song. Left. To check. Imperial Arrow. Refresh dots.
Levy Garuda. Shiva after.
Shiva after.
Imperial Arrow.
No, Neko, you were fine. I do jump back.
Song. Refresh dots.
Why? It betrayed me.
AoE. Sidewinder. Raging
Oh, I
Strikes.
have 0 now.
Let's just jump off.
Oh, I am the tank now.
Orange Junction Shiva.
Just a second.
Yeah, what happened was during that pull, my mom just came here and she was trying to pull a fast one over on me, try to ask for my car keys while I was raiding. No,
The old fast one on you, eh?
yeah, she's just trying like hope I would be too distracted.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Here you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And when I had my camera spun around to the north. So whatever, I guess I moved my camera when I looked at her, and then I
Yeah.
saw it open and spun and went. I'm like, the fuck is everybody doing here, dude?
No, the question is what the hell were you doing there, bruh?
Dude, I needed a fucking hug, and you guys failed.
Oh. I mean, we can all like slide to your location when we have the damaging AoEs and give you a hug of death.
Hugs don't win raids.
Everybody. Don't tell that to the Care Bears, dog.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, no. That's nightmare fuel right there.
Give them the Care Bear stare. That's what they do, by the way.
What, the Care Bears? That's the
Care Bear stare.
That's what the boss lasers are.
Battle Voice.
There's got to be a fucking easy way to do these dumbass icicles besides run to the edge.
YOLO.
Mario Kart icicles.
Well, I feel like that's not going to save us anyway, right? We're not dying because we're getting hit by icicles. We're dying because we don't
Divine
have
Veil
enough
up.
health, right? Like, that's
Yeah.
Yeah,
more
because
for one
everyone's
guy
super
than the
spread
game
out.
blows up.
Our health reach is 0.
We're negative 4 million.
AoE. Imperial Arrow. Junction Shiva. Song.
Shiva.
Imperial Arrow. Right. To check. Refresh dots. Imperial Arrow.
Shiva after. Oh, what did I do? Oh, yeah, I was right.
Oh, you said red.
Song.
What did it sound like I said?
Sweet Garuda.
Oh, everybody
It sounded
is so
like you
pretty
said
sad.
Garuda.
I was trying to look for myself.
Imperial Arrow.
but I wasn't
Refresh
able to
dots.
catch
I
it.
just,
And then you cut out whenever for me.
AoE,
You cut out. All
Raging
I heard
Strikes.
was the remove or whatever.
well, they call them out differently. Like Dino's groups call them out differently, but I haven't like study
Alright.
their
I don't know
videos.
why I'm healing up everyone. There's no
Junction Cheetah.
Jumping.
Just jump.
Like they call it out like
Should we just do elements?
maybe.
I don't know. Wind,
Would
water,
that help?
fire, lightning.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
That's easier to call out, I guess. Maybe.
I'm looking at the lines for myself.
Yeah.
I try to catch them myself as well.
Well, maybe I won't call them out at all and see how that goes.
Sometimes they're hard to see.
Ooh. Sometimes they're hard to see. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of why I was calling them out, just to help out. But if my call outs are kind of fucking with people trying to, look at
Divine
them
Veil
themselves,
up.
then I won't call them.
Your calls are fine, but whatever you want to do.
Joined as one, never to be parted, unbound by past or future in this single project.
AoE. Imperial Arrow. Junction Titan. Song. Second Imperial Arrow. Left. To check. Battle Voice. Refresh dots. Imperial Arrow.
Stay.
Oh, I need to stay.
It's gonna be pretty far from that.
Oh, whoops.
Song.
Yeah, so we have to move out a little bit. I mean, at least the healers have to.
Refresh dots. Sidewinder. AoE. Raging Strikes. Orange. Junction Chiba. AoE. Divine Veil up. Imperial Arrow.
I'm alright, I'm alright. I'm on the wrong side though.
Storm Bite.
I'm just a little too.
Caustic Bite.
No, that's a bad
Song.
Venn
I
diagram,
should've-
Dad.
Oh!
Yeah, I should have just slid off the edge.
Two.
Knockback. Imperial Arrow.
That was my bad. I went completely the wrong way.
Yeah, no.
I feel like for the line, like you have to be out on the edge because you never know if a ice pillar is gonna go behind your back,
Sidewinder.
like traveling behind your back
Oh,
and
I
scrape you.
Whatever's easier on everybody, honestly, because like right now we're progging, so we can figure out like how to like
Raging
get a
Strikes.
little bit more uptime and like scrape by later. We haven't even made it to the
Battle Voice. Orange.
Yeah, everybody's messing up. I'm messing up, but I feel like we should have been doing Titan already, for sure.
It's hard to get there whenever one person dies and everybody wipes anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't even have a chance.
Yeah, and even when we have
Whether we
even
should
when we have
be
times
there
when
or
everybody is
not.
up, we're not at full health. So
Divine Veil up.
Joined as one, never to be parted, unbound by past or future in this single
Troubadour. AoE. Imperial Arrow. Junction Chiba. Song.
Shiva.
Imperial Arrow. Right. To check. Refresh dots.
Different Leviathan.
Imperial arrow.
Close side. Shiva, Shiva.
Song. Imperial arrow. Refresh dots. Sidewinder. AoE. Raging strikes. Imperial arrow. Orange. Junction Shiva. Refresh Imperial dots. Arrow. AoE. Divine Veil up. Song. Imperial arrow.
I killed myself. Yep. There is no saving it.
I'm just gonna slide off.
Refresh dots.
Just jump on. Everybody jump on.
Yeah, I slid just a little bit too close
Knockback.
in the AoE, and there's
Sidewinder.
no fixing it if you just put your foot in it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what happened to me on the first 2 pulls. Because I just
Song.
moved my joystick on.
Divine Veil up. Raging strikes. AoE. Orange. Imperial arrow. Battle voice. Junction Titan. Song. Imperial arrow. Right. To check. Refresh dots.
I'm moving Garuda.
Imperial arrow. Song.
I like fire.
Imperial arrow. Refresh dots.
No.
Sidewinder. AoE. Raging strikes. Imperial arrow. Orange. Junction Shiva. Imperial arrow. Refresh dots. Imperial arrow. Song.
Oh dear.
Imperial arrow. Knockback. Sidewinder.
Did I see that wrong? Was that east and west, or did
East
I
and
see
west,
you
yes.
wrong?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making sure. I
Refresh
didn't see it.
dots. Raging strikes. Divine Veil up. Orange.
Joined as one. Never never to be parted. Unbound by past or future in this single
Battle voice. AoE. Imperial Arrow. Junction Titan. Song. Left. Imperial Arrow. Refresh dots. Imperial Arrow. Song. Sidewinder. Imperial Arrow. Refresh dots. AoE. Raging Strikes. Imperial Arrow. Orange. Junction Chiba. Imperial
Refresh
Arrows. AoE. Song. Imperial Arrow.
Oh, I'm gonna die. Wasn't up far enough.
Sidewinder. Refresh dots. Imperial
Knockback.
Arrow.
Close. I
Song.
mean, we were still low, but I think everybody was in good placement.
AoE. Imperial Arrow.
I didn't see any explosion.
Yeah, I didn't
So I
see
don't
any
know.
explosions.
Refresh dots.
Did you get the addle off right there, Jacuzzi?
I did.
Raging Strikes.
It had hit me for 67,000, but I wasn't sure if I had a shield on me or not. Because that is a lot lower than it
Orange.
normally hits for.
I
Right.
casted Celestial Opposition. But which I normally do, and it should have gotten everyone's.
Right.
Sidewinder. Battle voice.
What's the range on Veil? If I do Veil after the initial ice hit, after the ice drop.
After the knockback? Or after the icicles drop on us?
After the icicles drop on us.
After the icicles, before the knockback.
I feel like
Yeah.
it would hit, but it would have to be it'd have to be a heal, not an ability heal. So lilies
Yeah,
don't
that's true.
count. Celestial
shit.
doesn't count. All that shit don't count. Only Medica, Cure 2, Benefic.
Well, that's lame.
That shit. Aspected
Clemency.
healers. The AoE ones count. Yeah, Clemency counts, but
But bad. Like, I don't know. I mean, like, if we'd have to figure something out, but like, realistically, if you casted your Divine Bell right,
Arm's length.
or we all slid to our positions, and you had a heal and everybody had a shield, that shield would last until we took the damage from the knock. Right, so it would mitigate what's basically killing everybody.
Would the shield go away though? I guess it doesn't matter. The shield probably gets eaten by that first icicle drop, right?
Yeah.
the
it
icicle drop
probably
doesn't
would.
hit that hard.
Right.
At least comparatively.
I guess it just depends on the kind of heal that I get, because it's relevant to size, right?
No,
Alright,
it's
I'm
just if a heal hits you then your veil goes off. It's relative to your HP pool. I'm pretty sure veil is.
Yeah, you normally cast
10% of your life
veil.
or 15 or something.
Yeah.
You normally
damage
cast
10%
it
of your
whenever
maximum
I'm
HP.
sending out
Okay.
group heals.
I think honestly, like when we're sitting there waiting for the safe spots to open up, we're all kind of stacked at least a little bit towards the middle, I think. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure veil should hit the other side. Like if you get hit by a heal during that like waiting period, and then it would shield the knockback.
After the icicle drop.
Yeah, after the icicle drop, when we go to the one safe zone, and there's the 3 like orange AoEs on either side.
We'll try that.
As long as it gets triggered, I'm pretty sure. Like,
you back,
I
Joel?
can imagine.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
I'm back.
Divine Veil up.
Joined as one, never to be parted. Unbound by past or future in this single perfect moment.
AoE. Imperial Arrow. Junction Titan. Song. Imperial Arrow. Right. To check. Refresh dots.
Okay.
Imperial
Ramu
Arrow.
Ramu.
Yeah.
So stacked.
Song. Imperial Arrow. Refresh dots. Sidewinder. AoE. Raging Strikes. Imperial Arrow. Junction Cheetah. Imperial Arrow. Refresh dots. AoE. Song. Imperial Arrow. Divine Veil. Refresh dots. Imperial Arrow. Sidewinder.
Oh, I didn't hit my neck back in time.
I took 90k DB. Shit.
Imperial Arrow.
I have to remember to add all that one.
AoE.
I forgot this time.
You're good. I honestly think with a
Song.
couple of quick kills and you're
Refresh
out,
dots.
should be good as long as everybody's alive.
Yeah.
At this point, I don't even know.
Raging
You can't even
Strikes.
really tell if our heals are mitigation if they're working.
I'm healing whenever people are on my side. I'm healing just while being over
Orange.
there to get everyone up as much as possible before the knockback hit.
Right. Yeah, I think that we might be okay now. We just
Battle
gotta have
voice.
everybody alive.
Divine Veil up.
Joined as one, never to be parted. Unbound by past or future in this single perfect moment.
AoE. Imperial Arrow. Junction Titan. Song. Imperial Arrow. Left. To check.
State?
Refresh dots.
Block, and then hit
Imperial arrow.
both sides. Attack.
Arm's length. Song. Food buff loss. Imperial arrow. Refresh dots. Sidewinder. Raging strikes. Imperial arrow. Junction Shiva.
Mid.
Imperial arrow. Refresh dots. AoE. Imperial arrow. Song.
I'm going up.
Imperial arrow. Divine Veil Hour. Knockback.
Knockback.
Sidewinder. Imperial
No,
arrow.
no, that was close though. That was better.
Storm
It
bite.
was close. It was a lot better.
Song.
Couple
Caustic
people
bite.
alive.
AoE.
Yeah.
I stood
mean-
right behind a pillar.
Ooh, let's go cover.
I wonder if they have a localized.
Raging
AoE.
strikes. Junction
I have no
Titan.
idea.
I have a
I was
feeling that
over
they
by
do.
I was over by the edge and just was trying to make sure that I only hit myself
Orange.
and was not in the line of anybody else's.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a feeling that they do, or it's like something wonky with them, like flying up into the air and
Battle
shooting,
voice.
you know?
Yeah, well, like whenever
Maybe
we see them in
hit you in
other
the
dungeons
backswing.
or everything, they tend to have a localized AoE around them.
Yeah.
That was a lot better.
Divine Veil up.
Joined as one, never to be parted. Unbound by past or future in this single perfect moment.
AoE. Imperial arrow.